she posted that.
What's that?
She's on OnlyFans, and she met up with this guy who's her top OnlyFans contributor. He spent over $90,000 on just her OnlyFans, just on her. Bro, there's always a barbecue at the end.
They go back to the house and it's half broken. They're like, we want to bring back memories, and they have Lambos outside and shit. That means nothing. It literally looks exactly the same as every other GTA with its nice cutscenes, beaches, the strippers. We love all that stuff. Burner Boy with rubbish.
Trust me. What do you mean rubbish?
No rubbish, but I'll rate them.
You know what? I wanted to start this off with some theme music. I can't lie to you. Every time I look on like YouTube, or it always gets copyrighted. That's what I'm saying. Bro, I'm not putting no theme.
Because I know when I used to try making music videos back in the days. Like,
you know
the DJ Shadz instrumental.
Chat to him, man. Give him a plug. What's happening?
When I used to copy some mixes and try to mix it with my mixes, the copyright used to hit me, but you only allowed a certain amount of seconds to play that music unless you alter it in some way.
Swear down.
So obviously the intro shouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't have seen that as a problem.
All right, well, look, I guess we'll get some copyrighted music soon.
I want some theme music.
I'll play Top Off. That's
Mate, if we get blown down from YouTube, then that just shows they're haters, and we
love YouTube. I'll tell you why we love them, Shadz. Because right now, I checked the subscriber count earlier today. We are on 35 subscribers.
No way. We grew 2 from the last podcast.
Literally.
Fuck me, we are talking some
I'm saying, shit. You got to recognise who you're talking to now. We're like celebrities around
35. Nice.
On a real.
Mum's be telling her friends.
But look, we're back now. It's good to kind of go over how this year's gone. Thinking about it, and I was just scrolling through like old photos and stuff. Do you remember we went to the weekend?
The weekend.
That was sick,
yeah, that doesn't even feel like it was this year.
Bro, do you know what I think this year and what I started to like now is festivals and like concerts, bro. I love them,
festival
man.
Boy now, yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like EDM, that house shit.
Okay,
like
we'll
that.
get there. We're warming him into it. But festivals, okay. You have been on a madness with all these Burner Boy whiskey rubbish.
Trust me. What do you mean rubbish?
No rubbish, but I'll rate them sometimes.
Be careful who you're chatting to, bro. I'll kick you off the podcast. I know we've got 35 subscribers.
If Wizkid was listening to this, I really like your music, but Gunna all the way. If Gunna did a festival, I'll come. He could probably come wireless. One of them American guys who comes down, and I'd watch Gunna.
See, I've never been wireless, and I don't think I'd ever go unless Gunna comes, or Lil Baby, or Young. I mean,
I'm sure Lil Baby's probably been there because there's loads of American big artists who come down. I even saw Trippie Redd when I went.
Man saw Trippie Redd
and Tiger that day.
Oh, that is such a random combo.
Forget wireless.
Yeah. Oh, you went to wireless?
Only once, and I never want to go again.
But I swear I never.
I went because Tory Lanez was going there. I love Tory Lanez. And LMA. You know when LMA was popping? Lovely soothing voice, and yeah, she's very attractive.
Yeah. Man, but
big up LMA if you're watching.
So what? Oh, that's mad. I never knew that.
Yeah, only because of LMA and Tory Lanez on the same day, and somehow Trippie Redd and Tiger were on the same day. Mate, I wasn't having my best life when Tiger was on, but don't go wireless again. It's terrible.
I feel like wireless reminds you of teenagers outside Mackey's.
And with balloons.
With balloons and stuff. I don't know. I just kind of get a bit cringed, but that and a broad festival, like stuff.
Broad
like
festival's probably
hard,
that sounds a lot more better. I know you.
I don't want to get shanked doing the UK though.
Thing, right? In Carnival, people died. Like 5 people got shanked and dead.
You see that picture of that guy trying to shank someone, like barefaced, and then it's all over the news. So
it's Carney, innit? Everyone expects something to happen in Carnival. It's dumb, they give festivals a bad name.
Some people just move mad. Like, can you not go out and enjoy yourself?
To be fair, Carnival in Rio that's the big dream.
That's the dream.
Carnival in Rio.
Yeah, we were gonna go there. Do you remember a couple of years back?
COVID, that was 2020. We were gonna go, but in January time, it didn't happen.
I'm pretty sure this is a stat. I think Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, is one of the most dangerous areas in the world. Dangerous spots.
The
favelas look mad. Like, shout out to Modern Warfare. That's what I knew about.
Modern Warfare, Fast and Furious when they're running down the favela on the top. Dominic Toretto makes it look so easy.
You want to chat about Fast and Furious, man?
I don't, but family's everything.
Alright, I'd say up to Fast and Furious 1 up to 4 was calm. Everything after that turned into some UFO show.
You know what? Okay, if that was 5 to blame because 5 was one of the better ones. And
was it the bank heist?
The bank heist.
Yeah,
as soon as they introduced heist and Steve.
It's like GTA now, isn't it?
This is the best movie we've ever done. Yeah. What can we do? Let's make 5 more heist movies. And that's what it was. It was 5 more heist.
Have you seen the latest one that's come out?
I think I have, yeah. It's the one after the submarine one, right?
Yeah.
The submarine was number 9. Fast 10, I think I watched it. Clearly can't remember it. That's how dry it was. It was just entertaining, you know how it is. It's action movies, but it's nothing that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Deep from the Fast and Furious, the first one, till now, like, can you compare anything about them? It's not even about cars.
It's the rawness of how cars were it's all about cars. The movie's called Fast and Furious. All about cars, street racing, and being the best racer. And then now they're trying to implement the racing around the heist. They're doing a heist and they're like, all right, let's get a cutscene with Dom in Rio Beach doing heist. Yeah. Sorry, a race, and then go back to heist.
Exactly. You know what? I've noticed that it's just beginning. There's a race or something.
Yeah, they all start with a kickoff race. They all come out like, you gonna get this one or should I? Showing how good they are racing, and then it's about a heist, and someone gets kidnapped, and they're trying to get them back.
Literally,
or they're trying to get the money back, or because of the last heist, their enemies are coming back and getting you again.
See, I watch
make endless movies.
I watched Fast 10, so I went to cinema to watch Fast 10 actually, but I never watched Fast 9. So I'm in the cinema. I'm in the cinema watching it, and out of nowhere, John Cena comes out. But nah, man,
that's his brother.
Oh my God,
that's what I mean.
I was like, this man got too much budget, man.
No one's seen it yet. That's a spoiler. That's his brother. They look nothing alike, but they gave him a tan, and then they made a great upbringing story when they were kids.
But I was like, what the fuck's going on, man?
Mate,
anyone can be in Fast and Furious.
The movie business is nuts because Fast and Furious, they can make any backstory. They can make what's the little Dom's wife, the millennial, whatever her name is. He could have got her backstory. Letty. He could have got Letty's and her backstory, and they made a whole new movie about it. They're amazing. They're geniuses.
You know what the worst thing about the Fast and Furious saga is, and it gets worse the more it goes on. Yeah. You know when someone dies, in the early movies,
they don't die.
In the later stages, they're like, guess what? You didn't see this part.
You're back after 8 years? What? I'm here for another heist. I heard there's a heist going, so I want to, contribute, and I want to help you.
That being said, I reckon Fast and Furious. I know they're gonna.
I'm sure there's a final part 1 and 2, right?
Is it part 1 and part 2?
Well, they had to make 10 the last one because it's an even number. Because 10 is always known as that's the last one if you get to there. And now they're making a final, probably Fast X part 1, part 2 or some shit. They didn't finish the story about the brother. The brother's now on the good side. They never spoke to each other the whole life, and somehow when they're older, they did a heist together, and now they're ready for.
I don't even remember how that one ends again.
Something to do with the barbecue at the end.
Bro, there's always a barbecue at the end.
They go back to the house and it's half broken. They're like, we want to bring back memories, and they have Lambos outside and shit.
Trust me, man. That house has been through a lot. Imagine how many times
if that's the real house on the housing market. That is going to blow.
The insurance, imagine the insurance in your car in the area, man.
They probably can't insure that because of the explosions they have. They had about 4 explosions since I've known it. The house is still reconstructed from number 1 to number 10. Still having a barbecue in this reconstruction. On number 10 having a barbecue. Fucking bags all over it. It's like it's getting fumigated.
The CGI is so good. They just get mad budget.
Mate, they can let AI start to make movies now if they want to. Just build some clips, whatever you want. It's taking the rawness out of the work people put in because they can make movies within a year.
Well, fuck, they're genius, man. Dom, they just make a backstory about anything and that's it. Another movie right there.
Have you seen how films are like made?
In what sense?
Like all these CGI films, Avenger films, a lot of it just in bunkers with green screens. A lot of it's just dumb guys wearing costumes with AI balls on it so they can control every movement. And none of it's even real. Like none of it's real. It's just getting some actors to do some cutscenes. Some of the movies they aren't even in the same room together. They're just recording the audio.
That's so true, man. And you know what the thing is? I was deeping about this.
It's crazy.
Right now when you were speaking, like the budget they have is crazy, but deep it. A lot of it is just probably on staff and expertise because they already have the studios in hand. Yeah. Green screens.
It's literally just paying for expertise to get the talent in to make those CGIs.
So movies are making mad peas. That's why their markup is crazy, but. Fast and Furious. I ain't seen the numbers from that, but
I don't think there was probably a real moment of those guys in the car. It's probably half a car and the rest is CGI. Yeah. That's what. Bro, there's no rawness in it anymore.
Dom Toretto's escaped. He went through a bomb in his muscle car. Like,
mate, that muscle car. I've always wanted a muscle car like that because, bro, we survived bombs, survived 10 movies, 10 heists.
It's got a lifetime warranty. Like,
lifetime warranty. That car's not even in the market anymore. They don't even have manufacturing parts, but he can make it work.
Bro, trust me, Dom Toretto, man. I swear to God, he's a sick guy. Trust me, it's all about family, yeah.
To be fair, speaking of movies, we haven't seen many movies in cinema.
Last one I watched was you, man. Do you remember we went to Oppenheimer?
Okay, that was pretty good.
That was mad.
It's 3 hours too long, but it was good.
So the backstory to that, we were just kind of chilling one day and said, why not watch it? It was 3 hours, and I was quite concerned. I was like, this is going to get boring.
Very big spontaneous movie to watch when you have a 3 hour movie. You're like, do you want to watch a movie?
Yeah, we clearly got a lot of free time.
Like, but why not? Why not? It was a good movie.
You know what? I've noticed, like even movies about that, like Oppenheimer, the story's good. It's the sound effects. You know, throughout the whole movie.
That is also, you couldn't watch that at home thinking, wow, that was an amazing movie.
You have to be.
You have to watch it. I've had a few people say, "I'll watch Oppenheimer. I'll download the Blu-ray, whatever it is." It doesn't. It's not. They're like, it's not that good. it can't be good. It has to be one of those ones in cinema.
So the audio always plays a big part in terms of the how intense it gets. But yeah, you're right. If you watch it at home, it's not the same.
Even with John Wick 4, like a few people watch it last week, just watch it together.
What, for the first time?
First time.
Nah,
John Wick 4.
man.
And they didn't rate it. They turned off halfway.
Are you taking a piss?
They couldn't get engaged. They said it was too repetitive. But we watched it in cinema, and that was phenomenal. That was so empowering. Like, so the action, the sound, like you said, every gunshot you can hear, start to finish.
Honestly,
immersive.
I was so shocked. I was like, this is one of my top 5 movies of all time. I was like, this is crazy. The whole movie, the thing is, they didn't even speak much. It's just straight beef.
There wasn't much speaking. If it's speaking, it was just to say, you ready to fight?
Yes.
I'll fight for you. And they fight.
Yeah, that's it. Literally, that's all it is.
Fighting for the rest of the movie. That's a movie. That's movies you got to see in cinema. I think some movies you got to watch in cinema, and some movies shouldn't be for the cinema. Like, there's movies that people just watching again and again and again, but downloading it, watching on those fake TV screens.
How dare people? How dare people use TVs?
Don't ever do that.
Don't ever do that.
Pay your TV license.
Pay your TV license. I think it's like £150 now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm
Make
glad,
sure you pay
I'm glad
your
I know
TV
that.
license, yeah?
I'm glad I know that.
Obviously, we pay TV licenses.
We do.
Anyways, going off that. But yeah, like John Wick 4, for example, is a mad movie. This was this year as well, wasn't it?
That was.
Okay.
Mate, I don't think he's going to die. I don't think he's going to die at the end. I think he's going to do another
it is.
one.
No,
He
he's
could do
dead,
another
though.
one.
It'll be like a prequel. Is that
AJ, it's the movie business, AJ. We don't know what happens in that time from he dies till afterwards. Someone can revive him, and then next thing you know, he's back in a hospital scene in the start of John Wick 5.
You might do like a little Dom Toretto and do a backstory saying, wait, he died, but he just escaped death.
He just escaped death. He's actually dreamed that part. So we're going to start the franchise again. That's how easy it is. And we'll buy into it because we just want entertainment.
We should get into the movie business. Like, I wish I had the numbers on me. But Paranormal Activity, when that first came out, I think they had like literally minor budget.
I'm talking about like between 10 and 50,000 budget. Yeah, they didn't expect it to blow up. They just wanted to make a crazy movie that's shown in the POV of just a camera.
Yeah.
No one else. No people looking through their eyes. No cutscenes.
Genius move, though.
Just a move from camera to make it look real, and it blew up.
I'm sure everyone can relate. But do you know horror movies? Yeah. They're not even scary. Everything leads up to a certain point. It's just that, like, suspense. It's just that something's gonna happen, but that's it. It happens once or twice in the movie. I'm like, I can't watch
sound
horrors.
effects. They get you to and then stop, and then they go back to backstory. But they ain't gonna make movies like they did back in the days because it's hard to be a horror fan now because everything's CGI, blood, jump scares.
But it's just like nuns and possessed people. But that is a bit
all
scary.
I see, every movie that comes out, it's a horror movie. It's always some sort of form of possession or nun.
100%.
If there's not a nun or possession in it, it's going to be Insidious 5. If it's not 5, if it's not Insidious 5, it's the Nun series. the Nun 1, Nun 2.
You're right. Do you know what? You're probably right. I know it's like Sinister, Insidious.
And they're all movie franchise, and then they make similar movies like that.
I check on Netflix, there's like an Insidious 3 or 4. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even remember there was a 2.
You know what? It's also kind of disrespectful because you're demonizing nuns when they're purely lovely people. Imagine you had the demon mosque teacher, the demon imam. You'd have all the Muslims uproar, be like, "Well, you could turn this movie down," and all these people who are religious. And they're letting them let the movie franchise disrespect their nuns from Nun movie, Nun 1, Nun 2.
How dare
Imagine there was an Imam 1, Imam 2, mate. Like, there'll be some uproar. There'll be some petitions online.
Yeah, but someone's definitely making peace out of these movies. But it's so true.
Someone is just like not going to keep going until they get told not to. And they're getting away with it.
Let's switch up a bit. What else this year? I want to chat about GTA 6, man. Like, you see the trailer come out and the amount of views, the amount of attention it got, I was like, listen, I'll rate GTA, don't get me wrong.
I'm with you there.
It's like, it's part of childhood. You grew up in San Andreas. And...
I can't force it.
Huh?
I can't force the like for it. Like,
oh, no, wait.
I don't know, like, because GTA is nice, but it's getting so much clout from exploiting people.
What do you mean?
They're not releasing it for another 2 more years. They're teasing people with a 16, 30-second trailer, whatever it is, 2-minute trailer. Means nothing. It literally looks exactly the same as every other GTA with there's nice cutscenes, and features, strippers. We love all that stuff. But then they're going to release it in 2 years. Like, be ready, 2025.
No, but I think that's a sick marketing stunt. And that GTA 6, you say you're not too convinced. Well,
I'm not too convinced.
You're not hyped up about it.
I don't think I am now because I was never a GTA guy. I lived through
San Andreas.
I played San Andreas, Vice City, but that was all through my brother because he was old enough-ish. I say yes because everyone had GTA Vice City when they were like 12 or 13.
You know what? I think the game's got mad attention, like even I was quite surprised how much attention.
Oh
like,
yeah,
GTA is obviously it's part of our childhood.
They're gonna make so much money. Do you know they said they're not charging enough for the game? They said that it's gonna be around about £70.
See, I think it'll be more than that.
I think it should be more because of how much time they put into a game that's 10 years long, 10 years old.
You know, there'll be in-game purchases. They're going to be caking.
So microtransactions. Like every game nowadays, you've seen Fortnite. Like Fortnite's free, but they made so much money because of microtransactions. More money than people spend on buying the game. They spent probably quadrupled on just microtransactions.
This is how you know I'm a loser. I used to play NBA. Don't know if it's 2K20, 2K21 back in the day, and I used to buy packs all the time, man.
I know you used to. I heard
yeah,
you.
bro. I can't lie. My
team.
No, but you know what it is? It's so easy to purchase. That's
you want to upgrade your next team to beat that next team. Bro, you're like, I need it now.
Shadz,
so
I'm paying.
I can only do it by
I got my team. Yeah, like I'm playing. Like it's called my team. So it's basically like ultimate team basketball.
Yeah.
So I've got my team. Yeah, and I see. The team that I'm facing, they got Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, KD,
they got all the all-stars. You got the fucking level 60s.
I used to get pissed, man. I used to get pissed. I was like, oh, I have to cop some packs now.
How do I get better?
But yeah, man, these microtransactions are taking bread.
That's why they don't even need to charge money for games anymore because
it's smart, man.
They're just gonna do microtransaction any way to play online.
But yeah,
that's the game industry.
On that point, that people spending stupid money. I think we spoke about this before. So there's an Instagram influencer, or whatever you want to call him, to Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Right, so she's quite ling actually, but I don't follow her because of that. Obviously not.
Definitely not. No.
She posted that.
What's that?
She's on OnlyFans and she met up with this guy who's her top OnlyFans contributor. He spent over $90,000 on just her OnlyFans, just on her.
$90,000 fucking dollars.
In entirety, like it's not just overnight, but bro, how are people spending peas?
Imagine being proud of that as well. Like, I wouldn't even want to be known for that. If I'm spending that kind of money on a girl's like content, like, don't get me wrong, no content is worth nowhere near that money.
I would say no money, man. That's crazy. Imagine people paying for
no money. Like, you can't pay for that, man. Like, that's wild.
Some mad people out there, though.
Just to see someone that you think you love who doesn't know nothing about you and give them 90 grand. That's how these girls are winning, man. Girls are winning. Girl empowerment, whatever it is. All for you guys. If you can scam these guys out, you are winning. You're the real winner here. If I could sell feet pictures, I'll do it, but I can't. No one wants to see men's feet pictures. They want to see girls' feet pictures somehow.
It's crazy. I'm just saying, like, people would look down on that, but at the same time, I'm like, that's the easiest money you can make. Obviously,
some morals gone there, but you know what? You're up, baby.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying.
Cry on your Ferrari.
You'd be crying in that lamb truck, man. But yeah, like how it's a certain point. So what I kind of look at OnlyFans was like, people put pictures of their feet or hands or I don't know, the weirdest shit. Okay, there's some mad requests. I'm sure anything that we thought of, someone's probably asked for that. Yeah, probably but I don't think that's hoish. Well, I think obviously like more than that. It's a bit like you're asking for a lot of attention.
Well, hoe in itself is I wouldn't say it's hoe. I'll say it's unethical. But hoe means that they're actually going around sleeping guys. They could be actually just selling their pictures.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone's like, yo, look at that slag. But she's probably just selling her pictures, man. Never probably been with the guy, but knows that men are so weak that they can subscribe and pay for that shit on a monthly basis. On
that point then, so would you ever date an OnlyFans model, but all she does is puts hand, feet pictures, anything that doesn't show her face?
Mate, if she gives me a cut and lets me be a manager, go for it.
100%.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna wife her, but we can make some bread from this. Now these OnlyFans girls, like if any of them are watching, honestly, if any of them are watching, I'd happily be your manager.
Yeah, man. Whoa, it's starting to get a bit mad. But
I'm jealous. I need to make some OnlyFans.
Yeah, but like
there's an AI. You heard it. We spoke about this a little recently. A fake AI generated picture who looks so real, making 10 grand a month on OnlyFans.
Jeez.
You must have seen it. Those guys just made a fake account of an AI model, just kept making outrageous pictures.
People actually pay for that as well.
It looks so real. Everyone's probably seen it from these fake pages, but there's literally accounts out here, bot accounts, not even human beings, making money on OnlyFans because that's how thirsty guys are in our generation.
Man. Guys need to level up, man. What's going on?
Get into this AI OnlyFans business.
Yeah. There's some mad requests out there, and obviously OnlyFans is some weird shit. Have you heard of Porta Potty?
I haven't, no. I haven't heard of Porta Potty.
So this is something that I've researched. I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah, it goes around social media a lot. So I think what the line is and what people say is there's people...
Place with bare money.
A place with a lot of peas where people fly girls out and they paid him to get shat on, and like all these weird requests. Surely you must have heard of that.
I have heard of it. I didn't know that was called porta potty.
Yeah.
I knew people getting shat on for ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, that's probably the same thing. I don't know how we got to this topic.
That's what power. No, it's just influence what money buys you, and
trust me.
That is that. You know what? That's what money can't. Well, money is buying that, but that's something that people want to do that other people don't have access to. That's so fucked up.
That's just
so
fucked up, man. Like obviously I've seen
just to get shat on, like
I've seen the Star or something a long time, like little
I
while
need to see
back.
some figures before I decide I want to get.
Right, they get paid millions for this shit. They'll stay for like a week or so. Yo,
if you're paying me $1 million to get shat on with something I'm gonna forget and just go to a sauna afterwards and cleanse off. $1 million.
You'd let someone?
Bro,
do that
I'll let him have a kebab before, man. I'll let him have a kebab before. 2 kebabs.
Nah, bro, you're not thinking straight. That's fucked, man.
It is very fucked, but
these
girls you never heard of are just living their life just because they get shat on. I got a cat. I picked up cat shit and I get paid nothing for it. Yeah, if someone just shat on me and pay me $1 million, I'll be like, cool. Yo, I can always get new skin.
This combo went on a weird twist here, but I wouldn't. You know what it is? I think some things are priceless. Like I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Name a price. There is a price. There's a price for everything. I think if you can consider doing it for any price, you'll do it for something that's pretty tasty.
Yeah,
like $1 million.
that's fuck. Because like you know what the initial point you made is like these guys out here have unlimited peas. Their life must be so different where they've literally done everything. What else do they need to do?
Mate, when they're gifting Rolexes to their going out to watch a football game and they're like, "Here you go, mate. Here's a Rolex for you."
Just like it's nothing.
Like it's just so transaction for them because they don't have any value in the money. It's just, what do you do?
What a life though. Everyone lives differently. Don't you think?
You value his time then at that stage. That's all you have left.
Or
right?
you do porta potty and just invite girls to shit on. Clearly,
mate, you got spare excess cash that you need to write off as tax.
We've got no tax down there, buddy. But
first, even better. That's why they're blowing their money because they don't have any tax to pay.
Man,
so
that's crazy.
They're like, what can we do? Let's shit on people.
So I think what people should do is give us some money, and we can test out the theory if like we can get bored after a long time, or surely we don't need porta potty.
You know what? That would be a good theory. If they give us unlimited money to see gone, I bet you can't get bored in a week.
Yeah, 100%. So if any Saudi UAE government wants to sponsor us,
for research purposes, all research purposes.
Yeah, but give us money. But yeah, that's crazy what money can influence, from games to movies, even people getting shat on. But like, it just plays a mad part in life, isn't it? Like I think,
to be fair, there's actually so many ways people are making money that you wouldn't even fucking guess.
Oh no, we could chat about sport, man. Like boxing, for example. What's your highlight this year? I know you're big into boxing now as well. So.
My highlight this year was getting robbed by Tyson Fury against Ngannou, mate.
Nah, what a fight.
That's my biggest robbery. I could have made a lot of money on a draw, which I put down, and it didn't happen because of corruption.
Fury versus Ngannou. Bro, I've been watching Fury since day. I said 0% chance he loses a round. I was like, Fury will box him around.
I don't think there's anyone who is putting money for Ngannou because
besides you.
Yeah, except for me, I was still Team Fury. I was like, Ngannou's not gonna win. But then when I was watching the fight, that's when I had to put the bet down, and
you put it on
because Ngannou was destroying him from one perspective, and then Fury was winning the boxing rounds. But the way it was going, you could have saw Ngannou win. At worst, I thought if it goes to decision, at worst it would be a draw because they can't let Ngannou take the belts off him.
Come on,
it can't happen. If they go in decision, they can fix it how they want.
If there's a rematch, Fury will outbox him. I'll tell you why Fury was susceptible. Because he didn't train.
Nah, he didn't take him seriously, did he? He spoke about all this. Yeah, I'm going 100% for this to make sure I'm not taking him lightly. You can tell he didn't take him. He literally didn't take him seriously. And
you can't tell by his body because he always looks fat, regardless, right? So, but damn, man, what a shock that was! Like
that was a super big shock. Like I couldn't believe what I was seeing, that this guy was actually outboxing. I think it was all about momentum on the day because you're being told that you're gonna like to Ngannou, like you have no chance.
But yeah, it's crazy because regardless, it's win-win for him because Ngannou, you know his story, where he come from. Like this guy came from nothing, and to come on top of that, become a UFC champion, and you defo say got robbed in that fight. I
think he's happy to take the L on the actual fight because he made so much money because when he left the UFC, he was on bad terms. He had no contract. They're trying to fix him up with so many random contracts just because he just took the dive and they said, I'm not going to fight for the UFC anymore. You're not paying me what I deserve.
I heard he made more of that Fury fight than all of his fights combined.
Yeah, oh yeah, he didn't
whole
win
UFC.
anything close to that in any of his fights.
He took a gamble.
He took a
it
gamble
worked.
and he waited out, and then somehow
worked.
Fury came into the picture. I think Fury definitely took him lightly as a warm-up fight. 'Cause he
Nah,
was going to fight in
Fury's a
December.
waste man.
He's I'm going to fight him then. I'm going to fight
No,
then in
man.
December. 8 weeks later, turns out he couldn't fight 8 weeks later because he
got-
was
yeah.
pretty in bad shape.
That shows you that you didn't take him seriously. But damn, what a fight that was. But yeah, let's see what next year
You
holds.
reckon you're going to give any entertainment to the Fury and Usyk fight in February? Because
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
100%.
I find it hard to give it love because the
Swear.
fact that they played the people in December and then him saying to Usyk, "Oh, if you don't sign by December, the fight's off. I'm going to fine you." But then Fury called off because he got beaten up.
It's
So
it's
I hate
all
it. I hate the
bullshit.
corruption.
This is boxing for you though. Like boxing's always been that way. It's hard to get the best to fight the best at the right time. Mayweather Pacquiao, 5 years too late.
Too long.
Even Crawford Spence. I know that they're a bit younger, but that should have happened like a couple of years back, anyways. But that's the shit about boxing.
The thing is, that's why UFC is now getting a lot of limelight because there's only one champion, and then they fight anyone in order because they don't get paid enough, so they want to keep fighting, and they just have one belt.
Their structures are best.
Just one
I'm
belt.
sure we've had a previous podcast we spoke about this, but
But you've seen boxing; they're taking a little bit of stuff from UFC now. They're doing the press conferences, like
I rate
UFC. I love that because the fact that everyone's beefing each other, whereas this
That's too
one on
funny.
one, and their coaches are talking.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to see. I want to see the fighters talking because they get heated.
You know
what a show!
On that point, that's a great point to segue to. So that's all happening because the Saudis, bro,
Changed the game?
They changed everything. You see, with sports events, everything's happening in Saudi because of the bread, obviously, and it's crazy. Like for example, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, they're two biggest promoters in the UK. They've never worked together because they always have beef. So Frank Warren's fighters won't fight Eddie Hearn's fighters because Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn can't do business together. But what Saudis did, they threw unlimited bread and said, sort it out.
Yeah.
That's it, done. Now, the Saudis are taking over everything. Like,
Wow,
sport,
they are, bro. They're taking over loads of sports. I'm seeing a lot of unethical sports as well. Like, not like obviously ring girls and all that kind of stuff. All these unethical kind of side stuffs are happening. There's like it's like the gambling stuff. All that's getting pushed into Saudi, even though they're obviously the opposite because they're all about keeping it clean, not haram. But the way that's going with all the sports and all that kind of showman stuff, it looks like they're going the opposite way.
So, have you heard about Vision 2030?
Nah.
So, MBS, so he's the ruler of Saudi. He created a vision, I think it was around like 2015, 16, that by 2030, they're going to diversify from oil. So, they're going to jump into loads of different industries.
They've got all the money to invest in everything.
So,
sports,
so that's part
esports even as well.
Why they're taking over now, because they know one day, obviously, you know, oil.
Everyone's trying to get away from it. Go electric, trying to cut it off.
They're modernizing everything. So sports, for example, look at the football teams now. You're seeing boxing, UFC. They bought part of the the PGA golf. They've bought licenses to that. So they're going to different ways. Have you heard about the line?
Yeah, that capacity to fill 1 million people or something in the middle of the desert. That line, mirror line, the own city.
It's just a line. They're building up the whole infrastructure. Everything's brand new. Everything's modern. But that project, if that gets built, do you know how much money that's going to cost? It's going to cost trillions.
It is a stupid amount of money. But the thing is, who's going to go over there? What kind of people are going to live there?
A lot of people. But you know what? It's going to be something that's like, it's just completely different. It's like the future. They're going to have futurist. Everything's going to be futuristic.
You know why they're good? Because they're kind of toning down the aggro-ness of all these sports by bringing it to Saudi. Because when it comes to Saudi, you've seen all these boxers are like, I just want to thank the Kingdom of Saudi. Before they even say anything, they have to say, I want to thank the Kingdom of Saudi. They've been really hospitality. Like there's no hostility other than against each other in the sport, but there's no hostility. There's no obviously beer drinking and stuff, so you can't get aggro fans. Like they're actually modernizing the sport to a cleaner route, and I'm actually all for it.
That's such a good point you mentioned it, because all the media, everyone is slating Saudis, saying, "Look, I get it why, because
I can't have my beers and my chips when no one understands."
A lot of them are hating on them because of the way they made the money. Like, there's so much controversial things going on behind the scenes. People like, it's not ethical, but especially UK. Do you watch the beginning of the World Cup in Qatar?
No.
So do you know the opening ceremony?
They're the fake fans and stuff.
No. So do you know the opening ceremony? They always put it onto BBC. But when the opening ceremony was held, BBC didn't show it because they were saying the World Cup shouldn't be there. But that's just, I think that's a bit naive, because they say, look, there's so many unethical things about it, But you can say about everyone.
You can, yeah.
Everyone.
They're just trying to put a bad point because they're trying to bring up that point where loads of workers died by making the stadium because of the heat. Yeah. So they're trying to exploit them or bad name them because they're doing the exact same thing.
That's what
so
I mean. They're hating because
it's a hating game. Like, look, they 10 people died, so shut it off. And then it worked, bro, because you know the publicity. No one was going. Everyone's like, yeah, they killed so many people. We're trying to make the stadium unethical. And then, unfortunately, the media worked, the publicity worked because they weren't getting a lot of people showing up in the first few games. Remember, they had fake fans they were buying from Bangladesh and Pakistan. Everyone, there was an Indian. Go England! Everyone was Indian wearing English shirts and Brazilian tops.
Too funny, man.
Go Harry Maguire! Harry Maguire! All of them singing chants and stuff in the stadium. And they had to do that because their name got tarnished.
But I rate it, like this year, it's really started. They're pushing mad. Like, even we haven't even chanting the Saudi Football League.
Mate,
come on.
I can't believe that we're talking about Saudi Football League like it's normal football now.
1 year and a half ago,
we didn't even want to give it any presents or nothing, just because it's all unethical for Ronaldo to get bought over from ruining his legacy, what we thought it was, because he weren't playing the football that we wanted to see. But he built literally a dynasty. Game, Saudi, all the players gone over. Now they're trying to get Saudi in somehow into the Champions League, or they'll probably make a Champions League to make sure their league can fit into it.
We know what money talks, and it's all money. Everything's corrupt anyways. I rate that. That goes back to money again. Like they've got so much influence to everything now, and you know what? Fair play. I like to see change happening. You know
what I do, because I guess. You know what? I actually like it because when the boxing's on in Saudi, I can watch it at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.
That's hard.
I don't have to always wait for American time to watch it in the morning. Especially with UFC. But everything in Saudi with UFC fights, they all happen at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. But that's how I like it.
Now it's become more of a norm. Before it would be like an occasional thing. Because the first big event that I noticed was in Saudi. It was AJ vs Ruiz 2. Do you know what? For years, they've always gone about they're going to go to Saudi, start boxing. But it was like a little rumor that nobody would kind of believe. But now it's the norm. Like all these fighters going, obviously because of bread. Like they're getting stupid bread, and as deservedly so, innit? They're fighters. Come on, you should make.
I think they love going to Saudi because I've seen a lot of the fighters saying, "Oh mate, I can't wait to." Even Chisora is like, "I can't wait to go to Saudi because the hospitality there, the environment is so clean."
We can't talk politics, and we're not going to say that. But from what we see, I think it makes sense, man. Like if you've got the infrastructure, they're building new infrastructure there. They want to expand. I would not turn the eye to something different. Do you know what I mean? Like
they're innovating in a way that it's
innovating in them. They stupid amounts.
I'm all for it. To be fair, I'm all for it. Especially, I can't watch our sports. The toxicity in our sport. People, if we hosted the World Cup, there'll be deaths.
In what sense?
Teams playing against each other. The rival fans against rival fans.
People dying at Carney, man. Of course.
There'll be more deaths you'll hear in the World Cup happening in England than there will be in Saudi Arabia hosting the World Cup.
Yeah, because you can't fuck around there.
Everyone was having a great time. No one was stupidly drunk. Obviously,
you can drink in Qatar.
In stadiums, yeah.
Nah,
but only at events, certain licensed places.
So I know in Dubai you can only drink. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've seen: is you can only drink in places that connect to hotels.
Oh.
So someone has to be connected to a hotel. But I think Qatar, so a lot of these Saudi players that play football, a lot of them live in Qatar.
I heard that because
they can go out and live like. I think it's still quite. It's more
about them traveling to play their games and shit. Like that's interesting.
But yeah, man, shout out to the Middle East. Loophole. Crazy. Like I really enjoy it. Like I've researched a lot about Middle East as well, just the history, and it's just good to see like a different spin of things. I can't lie. Growing up, if I heard something about Middle East. It's always negative, like
something negative. Terrorist, like, they don't have any technology. They're living in caves and all that stuff. Like, you hear it all, but
that's the media, isn't it?
Them right now, whether they still look the same with all the Asian clothing that they wear those types of clothing. You think, they're not. They probably don't know what they're talking about, but they've got the biggest infrastructure, biggest modernization of buildings and infrastructure, architecture.
Yeah, man.
You don't think they're capable of it? Somehow we are they're modern like buildings.
Sick, man. I love it, but. Nah, you know what, Shadz, we chat about a lot of random things, but you know what, it's good to be back getting the flow of things again.
It's good to be back. Yeah.
Shout out to our 35 followers, we do appreciate you.
Yeah, it might be 36 from after this one.
Let's see it, but this will be released after Christmas, so if you don't get back to you by then, have a great Christmas and New Year's, and hopefully release this soon.